Hello everyone and welcome to a new video here in my channel. If you're new, hi and welcome. I'm Ra. I'm very happy to be here. If you're not new, you already know me. Hi, welcome back to a new video. For today's video, you guys, I have a reading vlog and I'm going to be doing a week reading romances because I've never done, a week reading specific genre or a week reading specific author, which I'm surprised because I could have done it before, I just never did. And for this week, I'm gonna be reading romances. I'm gonna be reading TikTok, like OG TikTok romances, because the books that I have for this video are very OG TikTok. I found these books on charity shops here in England. The books I'm gonna be reading, that we are gonna be reading this week, are gonna be these three. This is Chase Me by Tessa Bailey. I'm going to be reading Pretending You're Mine by Lucy Score. And I'm going to be reading It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I know she's very controversial and I understand why, and I don't support her, but I do want to know what the fuck is going on with this book. And then a friend of mine loves Lucy Score, so I found this. I'm like, let me read this, and if I like this, I can try and read Things We Never Got Over. And then I saw this one and I'm like, I think I know this book, and of course I do, because I have heard a lot about Tessa Bailey. So this week we're going to be reading these three books. I hope you are excited for the video. I hope you're excited to see me read some romances. It's been a while since I read romances because not my favorite genre, but I'm excited for these two. I think they're going to be pretty easy to read and hopefully I like them. Hopefully I'm not a big fan of romances or these kind of romances, so hopefully I like them, and I'm very excited. We're going to start with probably just Chase Me. Why not? Let's start with Tessa Bailey, Chase Me, and let's see what's going on with it. So yeah, come along for the week. I hope you're excited to see the video. If you are, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you're gonna notify when I post brand new videos, brand new reading vlogs, brand new vlogs of me being abroad, just new stuff. Subscribe, it's free, and I would love to see you again here in the channel. Just join in and see what's going on, if you like it, if you like it or not. But yeah, let's start reading Tessa Bailey's Chase Me for this video, and I hope you are excited to see all of it. So let's begin reading and let's see what's going on with this book and with the rest of the books. Hi, I am reading the book and I'm on chapter 4 on page 30. Page 30, chapter 4. And I have some thoughts. I don't like the men in this book. They are talking about the main character, like the girl, like if she is an object, like if she's not an actual human being, and I don't like that. And then I think the writing style is not really good. Like, it's pretty shitty, but it's easy to read, which I appreciate. I also like the fact that the main character just met these other two girls, and I'm gonna call them the gang from now on. So when I talk about the gang, I'm talking about Roxy, Abigail, and Honey, which are the three main girls on this story. And I think it's gonna be an easy read. I don't think it's gonna be good. I like the premise, but the writing style is just shit. And the guys in this book I don't really like for now, but maybe when I continue, maybe I do. Chapter 15 of Chase Me by Tessa Bailey, and I want to give you an update. I am still not liking the book. The writing style is very bland, like pretty bland, and there's nothing like intricate about the story. Like, the plot is very basic, and because the writing style is not good, the story is in general not good either. And I have read a lot of, I know romances are not supposed to have like all this intricate and like very like mystical topics, and I'm not asking for that. I'm just asking for a decent book, and this is not for me. Like, this book is not doing it for me. But I have a bit less than halfway, like a bit less than 50% to go. I maybe have like what, 40% left. And again, I'm not really liking it, and it's very weird because this is supposed to be a chase. Like, the guy is supposed to go around trying to chase a girl in New York. In chapter 2 they were already together. Like, I'm not getting it. And at one point they were like having this very like deep like argument, and literally 2 lines after they were all over each other. That you were supposed to be fighting. What do you mean now you are freaking like all over each other in like less than 2 pages? I'm not getting it. I don't get this book. I'm not liking it, and I am so happy that Book Talk has evolved from this to what I can see now on Book Talk, or what I get on Book Talk now, because this is not it. I still get some books that are very that are not as like that I know they're not gonna be good, or books that are very questionable. But I'm so happy we've grown from this to what it is now, because if we stayed on Book Talk with these kind of books, yeah, that would not be a good thing. That would have not be like that would not be good. But we moved on, and I'm so happy. Hey, I am still reading the book. I'm on chapter 20. I have that much left, and the book is not redeeming itself. It is very bad. The past like 5 chapters have been like smart chapters, which is making me very uncomfortable. And now the guy is having this very big secret that he has to fix before he introduces the girl to his family, and it's just confusing me a lot. I'm not liking it, and yeah, this book is not going to redeem itself. This book is not it. This book is not for me. This book is not really. I don't know why people would read this and actually like it, but maybe just a me thing. And yeah, not for me. I'm still here. I have to finish, and I will hopefully finish in the next half an hour, because I really, really want to finish this thing, because this is not good. This man is so possessive. Like, he just says something very cutesy. Like, he said, let me read it. He said that she is a beautiful, intelligent girl that makes him insanely happy every time he's with her. And then he said that she's stubborn and driven and brave. She's everything, and she is mine. And then he continued, he's a freaking like obsessive guy. Don't. Red flag, red flag, red flag. What the fuck? And then the other guy is like, oh, you don't have to be nasty or like obsessive about it. And he's like, yes, I have. I'm like, you don't. Red flag, don't be a. Why would you want to be possessive? Don't. No. She's still a human being and a woman. Oh my god. He's just imposing himself, so she can't do what she has to do for her work. Let her live. Don't be possessive. We don't like that. Freaking red flag. Freaking red flag. I actually hate men. Yeah, I actually do. Sadly, I don't. Well, sometimes that's confusing to talk about. But yeah, he's freaking possessive. What the fuck? What the fuck? I have the prologue left, and I just finished. It's so fucking shit. So like, they have a problem, they break up, and in the last chapter they decide to get back together, like just like that, like poof, let's just finish in a good note. No, if you fucked up, you end up not together. Like, I don't know why in all romances all of them have to end up incredibly good, like with a couple being together, even if they had the worst like fight of their lives, they have to still end up together. No, if you are not meant to be, you're not meant to be. You don't end up together. I just finished. Yeah, time to start the next one. I will probably film the intro clip of the next book tomorrow morning, because it is pitch black outside. I don't really feel like filming anymore with the incredibly bad lighting of my room, so I'm gonna start the next clip tomorrow morning. But I just finished this book. I'm gonna rate it 2 stars, because it is so bad and I just don't like it. So 2 stars it is. I'd never put 1 star if the book is terrible, because I feel like 1 star is I don't like monsters. Like, even if I don't like the book, the writer wrote it and took time to write it and think of the plot and everything. I don't know what plot, and I don't know how long this author took to write this book, but at least they did, like she did. So that's already not a 1 star or 2 stars. So bad, and I'm not gonna recommend this ever again in my life. Like, I'm never gonna recommend that book. But yeah, I'm gonna go and put this on the shelf and get the next book, and I will probably either start today or I will just wait until tomorrow when I have the little clip to actually start. But we'll figure that out. Hi, it has been, I don't know, a couple of days since I talked to you, and as you can tell, I'm in a different background because I'm back home for Christmas. I will try and finish this video here so you don't have that many like background changes, but I don't know if that's gonna be possible. The thing is, I'm gonna start this book, because when I said I was gonna start it, I didn't, because I was reading a different book that I was very focused on, and because I ended up not having time to start it, but I'm gonna start it now. So let's start It Ends With Us, and yeah. I'm back home for Christmas. I'm gonna read this hopefully in a couple of days, because I don't think I'm gonna take that long to read Conley Hoover, but who knows. I have to say, I read this Lamb series, which is like the 3 first books she ever wrote, and those I kind of enjoyed. Like, I read them because I was like, oh, why not? Like, let me start with these 3. And I kind of liked them. Like, the storyline is very plain, but those books were kind of decent. So I am excited for this, not really, but at the same time, I do want to know what this is about and why people say it's very bad, but at the same time, some people are so in love with it. And again, I will say, I felt sometimes while I read this like book, I do not support the author at all. I got this book at a charity shop. It costed me £2.50, and the money and in that charity shop that I got it from, it's a charity shop that gets the money that they make. It goes to investigation for like heart problems, like investigation of like heart diseases. So all the money goes to, like, it's a charity shop because it goes to like a charity thing. So I didn't give money to the actual author, and again, I don't support it. I will say 1,000 times when I read it. And now let me actually start reading the book, because let me actually start. I have a little update. Let's forget about that book. I have an update on It Ends With Us. I am on page 46. I think it's the middle of chapter 3. All the characters have been introduced, like the main girl, the main guy, and then they mentioned the other like guy, like the Atlas guy, yeah, who's like the oh forever crush of the girl, Love Lily, and you can tell the writer knows how to write. Like, the book is shit, yes. The storyline is pretty bad, yeah. But some lines are very good, and some, like, you know, some things are decent. So, like, you can tell she knows how to write. It's just not good. Like, the actual storyline is not really that interesting yet. I mean, I don't expect much of it, but yeah. And they, like, just, like, in the first chapter, the main characters have been introduced, they met, and then out of nowhere, they just decided to just open their hearts to each other when they didn't know each other at all from anything. I'm like, that's just not realistic, you know. But yeah. And then now she is about to like buy this like place to make her florist, like her flower shop, yeah. And yeah, that's kind of what's going on. Yes, I'm still reading. In the same session I don't know when was the last time I did the update, but I'm reading, and I you know, the letters that she's writing to Ellen DeGeneres are actually like helping out with the background of her and Atlas. Like, that's the point of the letters to be there. And she's like, oh, like, Atlas now living in my house, blah blah, and it is giving me the same vibe as Hannah and the guy that she's living with right now in Pretty Little Liars. So I'm currently watching Pretty Little Liars. I'm on episode like 19, first season. I just started like last week. And Hannah, who's like this blonde, one of the blonde girls, like the blonde girl,
girl that doesn't die. Hannah is now living with this like friend of hers that she started to like, I think, and just giving like the sim vibe. I don't know why. I'm like, oh, this reminds me of this, and I wanted to let you know, but it has nothing to do with it. And I'm loving Pretty Little Lies, by the way. But yeah, I'm still reading, and I really hope we can finish it today because I feel like this is not really that hard of a book to read for me. I feel like so. Hopefully, I can finish it today, so I can finish the next book between the next couple of days, so I can, finish this video as well. Yeah. I have an update. Do you remember when I said that I thought it was very funny that the main character writes that these letters, like wrote these letters to Ellen DeGeneres? I'm so bored of those. Like, I read so many of them, I don't care anymore. Okay, you do this. Just don't write about it. I don't like it. I am not liking that, and I don't like the fact that there's things about the relationship between Riley and Lily that are like the writer didn't write it. Like, it was like she like thought, oh yeah, okay, this is like common sense, I'm not gonna write about this, and then the main characters are like sometimes talk about things that happened before, like in the past, but it was never written. So I'm so confused because they're talking about things that is not written, so you have not read, but they suppose that and I'm like, if you have not read it, if you have not write it in the book, if it's not in the book, I have not read it, so I don't know, and it's not common sense. So write it, please. That's the two things that are annoying me right now. So yeah. He's playing the fucking victim? Victim? What the fuck? I understand why people cry because, like, you get presented through half of the book with this amazing man, and then he starts being a fucking man and being shit and victimizing himself. So she feels worst. And I understand now why people cry at the end. It was like, oh my god, my heart broke into pieces. You could tell. You could literally tell from the beginning of it how it was gonna end. It was guessable, or at least for me, or at least for at the point I am, I feel like it was guessable. So like, why is everyone surprised with this book? I don't know, but I'm halfway through. So yeah. Hello guys, it is the next day and I am about to start the second part of this book. So apparently it's divided in two parts, and I just go to the second part, chapter 18, page 221 to 21. And I have to say, I understand why people cry at the end, because the writer makes the main character be so lovely that you want to fall in love with him, and then when she makes the character the worst human being, your heart breaks, which is not good. But yeah, I'm about to start the second part 2 of the book, and I'm still not liking it. Like, I'm very surprised with the writing style, I'm very surprised with a lot of things about this book, but it is not good. It is surprisingly well written, but the storyline is shit. Like, the storyline is not good. There's a lot of jumps and things are like presupposed that you actually don't know, and if it's not written here, you can't really know, and then the characters talk about it and like past stuff, and you're like, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I'm surprised. I still don't like it. I again don't support the author. I'm just talking about the book, the work, okay? Yeah, those are my thoughts right now. I'm about to finish, okay? I have like 10 chapters left, but in the past like 5 chapters, they got fucking married. He got even more angry, like he got angrier, and made her like hurt her. They got a freaking apartment as well. Like, he's just doing thing, and she's like, oh yeah, I'm okay with it. How can you be okay with it? How can you be okay with it? He got an apartment without asking you if you were okay with it. He got mad because he found a number on your phone, and before letting you talk, he just got angry and hit you, and just he's being abusive just because he gets angry, he can't stop, and he's been doing therapy. I don't believe it. I mean, yeah, he probably has been doing therapy, but like, not really. I don't like this, and it's very guessable. Like, I'm always like, oh yeah, do you remember this moment? Well, this is the thing, and I'm like, I knew it. I freaking knew it. But yeah, that is what I want to say.
This man is an abusive human being that gets angry for stupid stuff, who doesn't let the girl be able to explain themselves, like herself, and who invades the privacy of the girl. So basically, he is a dean from Gilmore Girls Dean. This one is basically that guy, but in book form and much worse. But still, how can people actually like this book and this character? A little update. This author, what he's doing is trying to what's it called, normalize get abuse, like the guy is like being abusive and she's like, oh no, you're just hungry, don't worry, blah blah blah. What? And now Atlas came to the rescue, but she's scared that Riley is gonna figure it out, like figure that she's with Atlas and again get abusive and all this stuff. And she got asked if she got raped, and she's like, no, I wasn't, because she doesn't want to get this test when there's a high probability she got raped, but she just wants to protect him. How the fuck do you want to still protect the guy that is literally abusing you? I don't get it. Like, this author is trying to normalize something that is not normal and that should not be normal. Like, kids will read this. Like, I'm 21 years old and I have, like, you know, common sense. But there's many kids start reading books and romances and start with this because the cover is pretty. The cover is pretty as hell. So like, oh, I love this book. They start reading it and then they see what it is and like, oh, then this should be the normal thing because, you know, I'm 13, 14. It makes a lot of sense because, you know, I don't know anything else. This woman is trying to normalize something that is not normal, and I don't like it. And I hate her. I don't support her or anything that she does or anything that she thinks. I just wanted to read the book, and I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it. It is very bad, and I've been saying it all during all the updates, and I think I already said it when I finished the other book, the first one of this video, but I'm so happy. I'm so happy Book Talk evolved from this shit to what it is now, because what it is now is kind of decent. Like, not all the books are good and not all the books have, you know, the same amount of like followers or whatever, but at least we're not reading this now, which is good. There's people who still read like smut, and I don't like it, but like, you know, it's still a big thing, sure, but at least we're not reading this, which is decent compared to what this is and what Book Talk was when Book Talk started, or when I started Book Talk at least. So yeah, let me finish this because I'm just gonna speak through this and hope for the best.
And of course she's pregnant. Of course she is. This is getting on my nerves. This book is getting on my nerves, and I have 4 chapters in the epilogue left. I'm freaking finishing this, never picking this book up ever again after I do like the content for TikTok and like a couple of the things. I'm never gonna touch this book ever in my life again because this is shit. This is so bad. And just...
Hi. Final thoughts. The writing style is better than I thought, but the book is still very, very bad. I don't like the main characters. Like, the main girl ended up, like, there was some moments where I was just... she wasn't getting on my nerves. I hate Atlas. Of course I hate him. Not Atlas, Riley. Atlas is a cutie, but still not my favorite, but he's better than Riley. Riley, shit human being. This author is literally, during a while of the book, she's just normalizing abuse and abusive, you know, reactions and situations. And then at the end, she just tries to clean it up and say, okay, let's get a divorce because it's just gonna be the best for the baby. And I'm like, of course it's gonna be the best for the baby. That's just like, and the thing is, none of this would happen if at the first specific scene where the main character, you know, gets this like feeling of like, oh wait, what just happened in like these 15 seconds. If at that point this woman decides to just leave the guy, leave Riley, none of it, like the second half of the book and most of like half of it would have not happened and would be incredibly good, because until the point of him fucking up, just being stupid and just not, you know, just doing this,
until that point, it was a very cute romance. It just got very bad. Well, cutie romance, a very, not good, but cutie romance. And yeah, as I said, I really like the meaning behind the title and what it's involved in it. But still, I think, it's a very cutie romance at the beginning, then it gets bad. It's still like the writing style is decent, but it's still the storyline is not good. There are things that you don't get told, and then the characters try to talk about it, but then you're like, wait, when does this happen? Because it has not been written, so I have not read it, so I'm confused. So I'm so happy Book Talk moved on from this, but I can say I have read it. I'm probably gonna watch the film, and if I do, I'm just gonna do it just because I want to watch the film because I want to know how was this moved into the movie. But my mom and my siblings saw it. The three of them said it was very bad. My brother my brother defined the movie as a very, very long perfume advertisement, and I have to say that's a very funny description and definition, but I believe in what my brother says. Like I believe in what he says, so I'm sure he was right while saying that. But yeah, the cover is very pretty, the contents of it are not, and the writing style and how it's written is not good either. So now that this is done, let's start reading the last book, that is Pretend You're Mine by Lucy Score. This is the last book of the video, and let's just get on with it. Let's read this. Maybe this is even good, because I've heard Lucy Score is good, so maybe this book is even decent. So let's figure it out. Let's start reading the last book of the video, and we'll see what happens with it. Let's see what happens. I had a lot of hope on this book. I just picked it up. I just started. I'm literally like right at the beginning of it. I'm on page 22 right now. Like I literally just started it. I had a lot of hope. I really like how the main characters just meet up, and the problem that happens right at the beginning of it, and how they figure out how to repair the problem, if that, like, it's not repair, but like how to fix the problem. I'm really liking it, and everything's going fine, and then the freaking one bed trope appears, and we're this far in. I don't like the one bed. I don't think it's useful. Like, I don't like it. I think it's very stupid. But I have to say, in this context, it makes sense why there's only one bed, but even in the context, I don't like it. I don't like one bed because I just don't. I'm sorry, I just don't like one bed. And in this book, they have one bed because the guy has the grandma's like furniture, and he hasn't gotten, he hasn't been able to go get more stuff. So he only has like the couch, the TV, one bed, like the minimum stuff. And that's why he only has one bed. And she has to sleep at his house because she has no place to go. This girl helps her out, and that's how she meets the guy, because the guy is the brother of the girl she meets. And that's everything that has happened until now. And now there's one bed, and they're all just, it's so annoying because they're like, oh yeah, we're adults, we can sleep in the same bed, we're adults, we don't have to like have sex or anything. And I'm like, you just met each other, you don't know each other, please just go to bed. And if you feel uncomfortable, just go to the freaking couch, please. I'm getting so annoyed because I'm still reading. I'm getting so annoyed because I am reading this scene of him leaving for like a weekend because he doesn't want to confront the girl and talk to her. Like, instead of, communicating what both of them feel, because they feel exactly the same thing, instead of doing that, he's avoiding her, leaving for a weekend, and she's like, why is he doing that? I don't know what to do now. And I'm like, come on, like, you are two individual people. You just have to do that your lives and talk about the specific thing that you don't want to talk about, because it's making me so annoyed. I hate miscommunication, and this is big miscommunication. This book is big miscommunication right now. I don't know if later, but right now it's very big miscommunication, because the guy, Luke, has this thing, like, secret going on that only, his family know. And the girl wants to know about it, just, so she understands
his reaction and how he acts about certain things, and he just not communicating properly, and it's making me so mad because I hate miscommunication. It is so annoying, and it's just so easy. They just have to sit down and talk about these two things that they have to talk about so they can continue having a normal good friendship and relationship and whatever thing they want, and they are not doing it, and it's making me so mad. I'm about to die. These two are so horny. I want to kill myself. So horny, I want to kill myself. Like, I read 3 chapters of them being horny and doing it. 3 chapters in a row. I can't. This is too much for me. Like, it is very cheap writing. Very, very cheap writing. And those parts are lovely. And the other parts are shit. So I don't know what I'm going to be rating this. And I don't know if I'm enjoying it. Because the parts are just, I can't. And the others are so cute. I'm so confused. And I don't know what to do.
Reading. I'm on page 101, chapter 12. Chapter 12, page 101. And I have some things to say because this book is not that bad. It gives me a lot of cringe. Like, there's parts I'm like, you know, like, that are very cringy for me. And there's parts that I'm like, why the freak I'm gonna read? I'm like, why am I reading this? I don't get it. But not everything is bad about this book. Like, the actual relationship between the two characters is kind of cute. Like, it's very, like, normal in a sense. But they started fake dating each other, and they just had a very, like, not that spicy of a scene, but it was kind of, you know, those scenes that I don't like to read yet, kind of. And yeah, that's basically what happened. They're like starting to date each other, but it's like they are like, you can see how they are very comfortable with each other, even though they kind of not know each other very well, and they're, you know, fake dating everything. It's like they are supposed to be together. Like, I don't know how to read, like, to explain it. Like, some parts are very cringy, like some sentences they say, or like some scenes are very cringy, and I'm like, I don't like that. It's like, what the fuck? But I completely forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, but when you see them, what's it called? When you see them interact, it's like very casual, very normal, very like, yeah, just very casual, like very, very coupley, like what you would expect a normal couple that they have been dating for like 3 years, imagine. Like, they act like they've been dating for forever, even though they haven't. And it's like very normal, very casual, very like expected, which is kind of nice. But again, there's some parts that I'm like that I'm cringing about so hard, and I'm like, that's not good. I don't like that sense of like, oh my god, this thing that they said, or this scene, and like, oh my god. But it's just part of the thing. Like, this book is old, so I get why. Like, sometimes it gives me like Wattpad vibes. I'm reading and I'm like, oh yeah, this would literally be a scene from Wattpad, or like this would literally be something that would be written in a Wattpad book, which is not good because I don't really like. I read Wattpad when I was a kid, not anymore. I can see when something is Wattpad-y, you know. But yeah, I'm reading. I got to page 100. I'm that much in, and I'm gonna continue reading now.
This is what I mean. They went furniture shopping, and they look so cute, like they have been together for like years, but in reality they haven't, and they are so horny. I hate it, and it's just so confusing. I don't know what to think. But yeah, I'm on page 153, chapter 18 right now, and I will be continue reading throughout today, and I'll probably update you all later today.
The turn of events! The turn of events! I'm just reading, and then, you know, this thing is kind of like going like, suspicious. And then there's this one line that says it all. Oh my god. The turn of events that I was not expecting. I'm liking, so here's the thing with my problem with this book. I'm liking it, but the writing is very shitty. It would literally be a book that I would have read on Wattpad when I was like 14, right? And the plus 18 scenes, like the spicy scenes, I wish they weren't there. But besides those, it is an actual decent book. So I don't know what I'm gonna rate it, but it's confusing. But it's just, the turn of events, it's just, my brain's about to explode.
Hi guys, I have an update on the book. I am halfway through. I am on page 236, chapter 28. I'm here. And I am loving this book more than I expected and more than I thought. I am so invested in this story more than I expected, like at all, throughout the whole the whole time me reading and updating you. I am so invested in this. So the whole story is about, what's the main character's, Harper. She gets to this little village, and because she had to like leave where she was living, and she starts living with Luke, who is, I thought he was like thought Luke worked at a like firm, yeah, like a firm, you know, like a more like legal stuff. He is a military. That is what he is. He works with like the military and that kind of stuff. And she ends up living with him because she runs out of her house only with her car and no money with her phone, like nothing else. So her car, I don't know if I explained what I've been reading, but her car like stops working because there's no gas left, and she has no money to like put more gas in, and she gets like, you know, leaves, like not gets, but yeah, the thing is, she ends up in this little village where Luke lives, and Luke's sister is the one who says, well, you can stay at Luke's, like it's fine. And she's like, well, I don't want to wear that. They have literally chapter 3 freaking one bedroom. I did do a little update on that, and you probably have seen it, but the thing is, they start living together and becoming friends, and then they decide to do like a fake relationship, which I don't like. I have to say, I'm not a big fan of fake relationships, like fake dating, not my thing. But this is actually pretty interesting and pretty good. I'm actually surprised. That's why I'm surprised I'm liking it. This is, you know, it is a fake dating. I don't like fake dating, but this is actually interesting. And they start like fake dating each other, and now he left to like to Afghanistan because again he's a military, and he's like, please stay, I don't want to go home, I don't want to come back home, and if you're not there, like they're so in love, like of course because they're fake dating they end up, you know, falling in love with each other. That's the whole point of fake dating, that they start fake dating, they end up like, they start with fake dating and then they continue, and at the end they're not fake dating anymore. But the thing is, the writing is pretty shitty. It's very Wattpad-y. There's a lot of plus 18 scenes and spicy scenes that I hate, but I'm so invested in this book, I don't know what to do with my life. Like, wow. Love the score. You made me want to like actually be invested in a book that is not written very well, because the writing is not that good, and like it is decent but it's not that good. It is very Wattpad-y. All the plus 18 scenes were like very spicy for my opinion, just because I don't like spicy at all. Like I rather have no spice at all, and it's just, oh my god, I'm so invested. And now like he left and she's there waiting, like it's been a month, she's just missing him a lot, and he's over there in Afghanistan. My god, again, halfway through. I will finish it probably today, because oh my god.
Hello, I am about to I'm about to continue Pretend You're Mine. I'm going to continue reading Pretend You're Mine, and I'm not going to do anything else until I finish, because I have half the book left, and I feel like I can read in like a couple hours, because I'm so obsessed with it right now that I feel like this is going to just flew by. So this is me saying that I'm gonna finish this book in the next couple hours, and I'm gonna bring you guys along, of course. But yeah, that's the update that I have. It's not an update, this is what I'm here to say, that I have 50% left, and I'm not gonna do anything else until I finish this book.
I don't I'm speechless, as you can tell. So I've been reading, and this thing happened. This one guy got one of his legs amputated, if that's the word, because he was either that or dying. And I just found out why Luke is so reserved and quiet and private. Like, I just learned everything about, this past woman that he lost and stuff. I don't know how I'm not crying, because the actual story is so sad. I don't know what to do now. Small update, I have 100 pages left, so just pretend I don't have hair for this, because it is shit right now. Don't ask me what time I said, don't ask me how long it took me to finish the book, but I'm done. I just finished the last book of this video. And I have to say, the ending was very rushed. I didn't really like the ending, but actual book was actually good. I'm gonna rate it like 3.5. It's actually pretty decent. But yeah, I finished the book. I will do an ending of the video tomorrow probably, because my head hurts so bad. I want to just do nothing the rest of the day. So I will do the ending of this video tomorrow. But I'm done with the book, and it was actually pretty good. Again, the ending, not my favorite, but I will give you a whole like deep explanation of the book and my thoughts on everything tomorrow morning. Hi guys, I have the final update. Like, I'm going to finish the video after this clip, because I just finished yesterday I finished the last book of this video, which is Pretend You're Mine, and I'm gonna rate it. I rated it actually. I already have the rating done. I have it all on my Instagram, Goodreads, everything. I rated it 3.5 because it was actually not that bad. Like, compared to the past ones, this was pretty decent. The writing is still shit. I don't like it. I don't like most of the tropes, but I was so invested in the book, even though I didn't like most of the parts of it, that I had to give it like a pretty decent rating, because after all, I was interested in the story. And I don't like the ending. I have to say, the ending was very like rush. Like, I feel like that happened a lot in like the past, in the old book talk romance books. Like, all the endings were very rushed. I feel that's what happened a lot in the past. I'm very pleased that book talk moved on from this to what is now. And I have to say that while I've been filming this, there's been this whole thing on TikTok, on book talk, where there's people only want to read smut, and if there's no smut, they don't want to like watch the videos or read anything or be part of book talk. They only want to know recommendations of smart books. And as someone who doesn't like smart at all, like, I'm literally disgusted by it. I don't understand why we moved on from this, which is bad, to only smart, when there's many other books that are so amazing that have nothing to do with smart, because maybe they're not even romances. They just want romance, like romance with smart. I don't get it. But having that aside, which again I don't understand, and I mean, if you like smart, feel free. I have read books with smart. I don't like it, but I have read books with smart, and I have some books I want to read, dark romance, that I know those are very smarty. I know it, and I will read them, yes. But without having that in mind, the book was not too bad. Again, 3.5, and yeah, I'm very pleased. I read all these books to see the origin of book talk, because at the end of the day, social media is always changing and always evolving and moving, and there's new books every single day being read and being recommended, and sometimes we forget the origins. And we should not, because at the end of the day, we started somewhere, and book talk started with these books. And yeah, that is what I wanted to talk about. I hope you liked the video. If you did, like, subscribe, turn the notifications so you can notify when I post a brand new video every Friday, and I will see you all in the next video. Yeah, I will go and do a little TikTok video for this, and I hope you enjoy the video.